John Lusk here of Lusk Archery Adventures. Series testing, successful hunting. Today I'm going to be testing a head that I've been super eager to test for a while, and it's the VPA Omega 125 grain with bleeders. A while back I tested the Omega with bleeders. They both did really well, and now they brought it down to 125 grain model, which is right up my alley. So man, I am eager to put this head to the test, and I'm going to be using my regimen for 2025. For a detailed description of that, please check out the video that I posted earlier this year called 2025 Broadhead Test Process, and it'll explain everything. And for most of the shooting, I'm going to be using my Elite Carbon Eon. Man, if you haven't checked out Elite bows, man, they're going to have some incredible stuff. And I'm also going to be using my Killer Instinct LogiX crossbow. And for all the shooting, I'm using Bishop Archery arrows and bolts. All right, let's zoom on in here, go through some of the design features and specifications, and then put this Omega to the test. Here's a good look at this head. And man, there is just so much that I love about this broadhead. So this is the 125 grain model of the Omega with the bleeders. Okay, it comes with the bleeders. Now, by my measurements, it comes in with the bleeders and everything, and this O-ring they have at 134 grains. Now, honestly, it still flies out to any distance I would shoot, the same as my 125 grain model, so I don't worry about that difference at all, but that's good to note. The materials, S7 tool steel. So the main blade and the ferrule is made out of S7 tool steel, brought to a Rockwell hardness of 56 to 58. Now, S7 is known for having incredible impact resistance. It has impact resistance about 5 times what a normal stainless steel would have. And so that just means as it's impacting something really hard, it's going to be much less prone to fracturing or chattering or getting all dented up or something like that. So really high quality tool steel. And then the bleeder is made out of a 1045, which is a high carbon tool steel as well. So a different kind of steel, but still high carbon tool steel, brought to the same Rockwell hardness of 56 to 58. Now the dimensions of the main blade dimensions are 1.063 inches, 1 1/16 inches this way, and then with the bleeder, 0.82 inches this way. So the total cut is 1.88 inches. And then what's really exceptional here is the thickness of these bleeders. These bleeders are 0.94 inches thick. I mean, that is so thick. It's one of the thickest blades there is anywhere. And so, one, it's going to be much less prone to breaking. S7 or the high carbon 1045 tool steel and 0.94 inches thick, I just can't imagine it breaking. But beyond that, it's going to create a really nice thick wound channel beyond the cutting diameter. Just based on its thickness, it's going to create a really exceptional wound channel that's going to be difficult to close up. And then the main blades are 0.050 inches thick, so still pretty thick, especially with an S7 tool steel. They're going to be really really durable. Now the tip, you'll notice it has this Tanto tip to make it extra durable. There's a lot more material at the tip, and then there's a lot of other things going on here. So it's got a wedge angle to it. The whole ferrule has a wedge angle to it to maximize penetration, to give a good mechanical advantage going from the tip all the way to the end of the ferrule, and allowing, creating a nice hole for the whole arrow shaft to glide through without any friction. So it's designed just to open up a nice hole for the rest of the broadhead to go through. And then it's also designed to, if you take it off and you take out this bleeder, which is really easy to do, you take it out, then you can just lay the whole broadhead flat and sharpen the single bevel. So it has that, they call it lay flat technology, just to make it very easy to sharpen. And then you can do a similar thing with this bleeder that you get, it's so thick, and you have that 32-degree angle. Let's see, the bleeder's 35-degree angle, and then this one, the main blade, is 26-degree angle. But this 35-degree angle is really easy to find on, like I use a Stay Sharp guide, just a diamond plate. And it's really easy to find it and just to sharpen it, to kind of hold it and lay it flat like that and sharpen it. But the broadhead starts off with a double bevel, and then it just to punch through the bone. Then it switches to the single bevel just to allow for maximum rotation. So really cool design to it. You can get this either in right bevel or left bevel. For resharpening, I would use a Stay Sharp Guide C kit. Now, like I said, you could lay it flat with just a diamond plate or something, or you can get the whole C kit to just make it a lot easier and use that guide to help make sure you get all the bevels just right and bring it to a really nice edge. The price of these with the main blade and the bleeder comes out to like $39 per broadhead. But man, you're getting something that's going to last you forever. And I have a discount code, LUSK10, LUSK10, saves 10% on any order. Oh, and I want to mention too, the overall length is 0.75 inches beyond the end of the arrow. So that's just so compact. I mean, like I said in the beginning, it is just a chunk of high quality, super sharp tool steel that, man, I am super eager to punch through an animal. So really eager to put these heads to the test and see how they perform. The Omega with bleeders got the 10 ring, almost got the bullseye. It took 146 grams of force to cut through the wire, which is a 10 on a 10-point scale, plus a proportional bonus for being under the threshold of 200. It penetrated 8 3/4 inches. It only took an additional 3 grams of force to cut through the wire, which is a 9.94 on a 10-point scale. And it will get an extra bonus for both the sharpness and the edge retention being under the threshold of 200. It rotated 55 degrees at 11 inches. It penetrated through 67 layers, which is a 9.57 on a 10-point scale. And that's really impressive given the thickness of those blades. The head's in excellent shape after the 3 shots through the MDF. And the head is still in perfect condition after the 2 shots through the steel plate. And man, look at these holes. I mean, they're like square chunks with a twist due to that single bevel rotation. I've never seen a hole like that. That's pretty cool. That's going to open up a wound channel that's going to be hard to close. And if you remove the bleeders, you have a nice 2-blade head that weighs 100 grains. I'll be doing a separate video test of that. But here I wanted to show you the difference of the holes in the steel plate. The 2 on the left are from the 2-blade head, and then the 2 on the right are from the 2-blade head with bleeders or 4-blade head. Here it is after all the durability testing, and man, these heads are just exceptional. I mean, they may be the most durable broadheads I've ever tested. I don't know, but it held up perfectly well through the MDF, the steel plate. Couldn't even tell it had been shot. And then into the concrete. I mean, there's concrete that goes all the way back to here. It looks like it penetrated really deeply, but that edge is still really sharp, and the tip is still really sharp, and the bleeders are still really sharp. Just extremely impressive durability. So what'd you think? Man, it did not disappoint. I knew it was going to do well, and it even exceeded my expectations. I think it got the second highest fixed blade score of any broadhead I've tested. Certainly one of, I mean, way, way up there. It just does not have a downside. So, hey, you check out the score sheet and see how it performed in the areas that matter to you the most. See if this might be a good fit for you. But man, I think this broadhead is going to be killing a lot of animals for me in the days ahead. And stay tuned for the overall cumulative score, as well as a corresponding Lusk grade. And also stay tuned for a list of all the discount codes that I can offer just to help save you some money, like VPA. Any VPA broadhead, you just type in the discount code LUSK10, LUSK10, and you save 10% on any order. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Look forward to seeing you next time.